There's a lot going on in UK politics at the moment, from Brexit to the current leadership race to find our new Prime Minister. On Thursday, there were some major developments when it comes to finding May's replacement, and we wanted to take some time to explain exactly what's happening there. Before we do, I just wanted to remind you about our Patreon drive. Yesterday, I left my job to take TLDR full time, so throughout June, we're encouraging people to donate to TLDR through Patreon. We have a whole bunch of perks, but for June only, anyone who donates $10 or more will get a free TLDR Countries with Shoes enamel pin. These pins come in 10 different designs, and you can get your hands on one for free right now. Find all of the information, what we'll do with your money, and what you get in return by checking out the full video I made on the topic. A link to that and the Patreon page where you can donate can be found in the description. So for me to be able to explain what's happening in the leadership race, let me first explain how Conservative leadership races work. I promise this won't take long. When the leader of the Conservative Party steps down, a number of people put themselves forward for the role. Then the Conservative members of Parliament whittle down these candidates through a series of votes, with the least popular candidates being knocked out in each round. Once they've got to the final two, the General Party is allowed to vote. This is the around 160,000 paying members of the Conservative Party. They then decide who the new leader will be. Because the Conservatives are currently in government, whoever is chosen will automatically become Prime Minister. This means that the general electorate, the people of the United Kingdom, will never actually get a say in the new Prime Minister, unless they pay to join the Conservative Party. This is actually a process that happened recently, when in 2006, Theresa May took over from David Cameron. She was selected by the Conservative Party and not by the public. So what's happening this time round? Well, 10 candidates put themselves forward, and they were Boris Johnson, Jeremy Hunt, Sajid Javid, Matt Hancock, Michael Gove, Dominic Raab, Rory Stewart, Esther McVeigh, Andrea Leadsom, and Mark Harper. Then on Thursday, 313 Conservative MPs voted on these candidates, backing the candidate they liked best. Candidates were required to get at least 17 votes in order to progress to the next stage. The results were as followed: Johnson 114, Hunt 43, Gove 37, Raab 27, Javid 23, Hancock 20, Stewart 19, Leadsom 11, Harper 10, McVeigh 9. As you can see, these last three candidates didn't get the required 17 votes, and therefore Leadsom, Harper and McVeigh are all out of the race. This left 7 candidates to progress to the next stage. Conservative MPs will vote on them again and whittle down the group further on the 18th of June. The threshold to progress to the next ballot is now 33 votes. Looking at the results, there's a very clear frontrunner, the one the bookies have been favouring since the beginning: Boris Johnson. Johnson's results are an incredibly good start for his campaign, with him getting more than double the votes of second place Hunt. His current vote total places him well above the theoretical threshold for the final vote, a threshold of 105 votes. This makes it almost inevitable that he'll make it to the final two, unless he suddenly loses a whole load of supporters, which isn't likely, especially in such a short campaign. In 2005, David Cameron was able to come from behind and overtake the frontrunners, but that was over a months-long process. This time round, it'll all be over in a few weeks. If Johnson does make it to the final two, polling suggests that the general membership favour him, so it's very likely that Johnson will be the UK's next Prime Minister. In second and third place, you'll find Hunt and Gove, with 43 and 37 votes respectively. These two are certainly very close at this point, so it's not entirely obvious who will go up against Johnson in the final vote. Given how easily leadership campaigns unravel, just as Michael Gove seems to have done in recent days, someone taking over from Johnson can't be entirely discounted. One cabinet minister is quoted saying, "The only person who can beat Boris is Boris. He has 10 days to avoid going nuclear and blowing himself up." One of Johnson's competitors, Hancock, actually pulled out of the race yesterday morning, and may soon choose to get behind one of the other cabinet candidates. Where his supporters go may make or break Javid, Gove or Stewart's campaign to become the next leader. Looking at the final list of candidates, there's a number of people who could find themselves in the final two. The only almost certainty is that they'll be running against Johnson, and if they are, they likely don't stand much of a chance. The other day, we actually asked our patrons who they thought the next PM would be, and this is what they said. Do you agree? Let us know what you think in the comments. We have a video coming out soon which discusses each of the candidates and what they mean for Brexit, as well as a deep dive into the current frontrunner, Boris Johnson. Make sure you're subscribed to be notified when those videos come out. Also follow us across the rest of social media to get exclusive articles and content, where you can find us by searching for TLDR News.